What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video. Today was a pretty banger day in the markets, and obviously because I'm making a new video, it's trade recaps. I didn't take anything. Disclaimer, no trades were taken. It was all forward test. It is the week. It is Christmas week. That's why I'm forward testing. I'm not trusting anything right now. I've tested Christmas week before. It's not really my favorite. Price actions is not super clear and super clean, so I'm just like, you know what, we'll forward test and just see how it goes. Start back fresh in the new year. But anyways, guys, we took 3 forward tests today. All of them were winners. So we took 3 for 3 today. I honestly wish I was trading, but I didn't. But first trade of the day was right here. So would have taken this guy and hit all of our TPs. Like we always do TP2. So I'll explain this trade. I probably though would not have taken this trade because I've added a new concept into my trading where if I don't see this one confluence, I will not take the trade, and this confluence was not here. I'll explain it right away. I'll explain it here. I would have taken this before, but I'll explain like my bias for today and kind of why I was a little bit more bullish than bearish. So we were in this daily fair value gap, but as you guys can see this right now, we are in a weekly fair value gap that we are respecting. So I'm like, okay, well, kind of a mixed bias, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. I did have a bit more of a bearish bias, and I'll explain that in a second, but I did think maybe previous day high is our target. I still think previous day high is our target for the day. I'd like to see previous day high get hit, but you never know, right? You never know. So dropping down to a 4-hour, we'll do just a quick analysis here. But we had this 4-hour fair value gap right here, and as you can see, we did tap out of it, and that's where my best trade of the day. I would have taken that 100% of the time. But for this trade here, why I took it was because we had an SMT here. So we had an SMT with the 4-hour fair value gap. Let's just bring up ES quickly. I don't know why it's all glitching out. Is this on the 4-hour? What's going on here? Okay, yeah, it is. As you can see, ES, we had an SMT right here with this low and this high. So ES took this low. NASDAQ did not, so that was my thought process for the trade. So dropping down to a lower time frame, I saw that we, okay, hold on, let me pull it up here. Okay, I see that we took out this low here on ES. We never took out the low, so now we have an internal SMT. So we have an external SMT and internal SMT. That's the reason why I like this trade, is because of that internal. So drop down to a 1-minute time frame, and then just kind of sat around and waited. So with that external SMT, we created this turtle soup low right there, inverse this 1 minute, and I didn't like how it closed. So we inversed this 1 minute. I didn't like the close of this candle, so I waited for it to retrace, and we did retrace, but we missed the entry by like a tick. So that's first things first. That's why I probably wouldn't have taken this trade, is because we missed that entry by that. But that was the idea, and that's what I wanted to see. It all worked out. It was perfect. So I will not complain about that trade at all. So now going into our second trade, this one was a little choppy and this one was a little ugly. So first trade, confluence, external SMT, SMT with a 4-hour fair value gap, internal SMT, turtle soup, 1 minute inverse fair value gap entry, targeting the highs, so be it. Okay, number 2. So trade number 2, we actually tapped into the 4-hour fair value gap. So let me just double check the time, making sure that we can get this all correctly, because there is multiple different things here. I took a few trades. Today. Is that a 2-minute or a 1 minute? 1 minute. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So trade number 2, tapped into the 4-hour fair value gap, and that's what I wanted to see price move from. Tapped into the 4-hour fair value gap. We had right around here, we had SMT at this low. Okay. Right down here, we had SMT here. So took out the low, did not take it out on NASDAQ. Wait, is that the trade that I took? Yeah, okay, so did not take out the low on NASDAQ. Had this 1 minute inverse fair value gap here, so I decided I snagged this, which would have been right there. Wait, that's the trade that just worked. My bad, that's the trade that just worked. I think this one was it. Oh, that's why I'm on the 2 minute chart. Okay, so hold on. Ignore that trade. Pretend that trade never happened. Pretend that trade never happened. This is the worst trade recap I've ever done in my life. I apologize for being so unclear. Okay, so I took this 1 minute inverse fair value gap right here. That's the inverse I took. Yeah. So I took this inverse. Reason being, SMT at the low. We took this low out here. Did not take out this low. So we have an internal SMT coming from a 4 hour fair value gap. And then obviously draw on liquidity's previous day high in my opinion. So as soon as we hit this, boom, I took this trade. Stop at the low, stop at the bottom of the SMT. And then obviously you guys can see we got reversed on, stopped at a break even. TP1 got hit and then reversed on, stopped at a break even. Got actually pretty lucky with this trade, but same thing, you know, delivering from a 4 hour internal SMT with unfilled fair value gaps above and equal highs above as well, with draw and liquidity being previous day high. So in my opinion, this was a pretty decent trade. I wouldn't call it A+ just because of how choppy price action was and the SMT wasn't super clean. But same thing with this trade though. It's the same trade, just a re-entry basically. So same thing, delivering from that 4 hour. We did sweep out liquidity as well. So we have an external liquidity sweep. We're tapping into a higher time frame PD array. And then we have an SMT, not at this low here. On the 2 minute, we had SMT. So as you can see, swept out this low here, but we did not take this low out on ES or on NASDAQ. So we had this big SMT, this fair value gap. I entered on it. Let me double check that. Yeah, okay. Entered on this 2 minute here. Or my bad, entered on this 3 minute inverse fair value gap. Just trying to make sure I get it all correct. So entered on the 3 minute. Stop B was right here because this candle wasn't formed yet. Entered on the 3 minute inverse fair value gap. Stop loss at the bottom of this low. And we actually almost got stopped out by like 1 tick. I was mind blown when I saw that. But we almost got taken out like that. But that SMT did save us, and then TP2 just got smacked as we're speaking. So full TP on first trade. Would I have taken it? Probably not, but I still marked it up, forward tested it. TP1 stopped at break even on second trade, and full TP on third trade. This third trade was probably the best trade of the day. It was in macro time as well. Super clean. I would have taken this 9 times out of 10. So super clean. And I did add a new confluence to my trading. So like I have to see an internal SMT before taking the inverse fair value gap. I can't just like, 4 hour fair value gap gets hit, first 1 minute inverse fair value gap. I got to see like the 4 hour get hit and then an internal SMT, and then I can take the first inverse fair value gap. And I've been back testing this, and the results have been absolutely unbelievable. So we're gonna see how this works in 2025, and yeah, see how this goes. But I mean, it allows me to be patient, allows me to take clean setups, and so far it's been working really well. So if you guys like these videos, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. if you guys took a trade today, let me know. If you're trading this week at all, let me know. Let me know how the week goes at the end of the week. If you guys want to join my Discord, link will be in the description. 100% free. I send all of my information. I send all of my analysis, all my buys there, all my trades there. So if you guys want to check that out soon, I will be live trading once more people join. But yeah, if you guys want to check that out, go for it. Link is in the description, and see you guys in the next one.